All right, the Crew Motorfest. I figured I'd finish up the last two hypercars I have. Well, technically I have one more, the Interceptor Lambo Veneno. But look, the Ford GT. Now, I love me a Ford GT. Always been a fan of them. I think they're a great looking car. Okay. Problem with this car is it tops out at 289 for the hypercar class. 289. It will spike to 290, but that's it. And it's hard to tell because I'm so far out in front that I had no idea if this is competitive, but nobody caught me. But it feels very light and it feels like it accelerates pretty fast. So I feel like it's solid. I mean, I beat the Cento Daisies and the Jescos, no problem with this. So yeah, hi kid, boy, what are you doing? All right, so pro settings for this thing. All right, this is what we got. Didn't touch the brake balance. Brakes are solid on this thing. -6 load on the front. Suspension springs +8 stiff on the front, +3 stiff on the rear. Damper compression +2 stiff front, -3 soft rear, +3 stiff on the front, +2 stiff on the rear for the damper rebound. Okay, roll bars front 9% stiff on the front, -2 soft on the rear. -25 camber on the front and -20 on the rear, and that'll do it for the Ford GT. Like I said, hard to tell. I just smoked a whole lobby, but I was out in front before we even switched to this thing. So there's that. It's probably not one of the better hypercars, but I mean at the same time, it does feel quick. It's just that top speed's not there. So if you get on a track that is like highway, like the Citroen, this thing 310, this 309. How about a 19 20 mile an hour difference if you're hitting top speed? But regardless, I'll throw up the grand race. You boys know the drill. Subscribe, come back, check out other pro settings videos, and I will see you on the next one. All right, we're testing out the Ford GT in the hypercar class. Of course, it's last. This car only has 289. It kind of hits 290 for a top speed, which is not good in the hypercar class. I think it's the lowest I've seen. What you get for trying to frickin' block me, you frickin' loser. Right here. Yoink. Well, we got a decent lead. All right, so the Ford GT in the hypercar class, I feel like it might have some decent acceleration, but like I said, the top speed tops out at 289, kind of clicks over to 290. It feels light and pretty fast in the low end. Hard to test when there's no other freaking cars around you. I don't know if it's gonna be one of the better hypercars. We got it pretty grippy for an MR. Feels pretty good. A cut here. Ooh, it's fine. Now this was a car I had ported over from the Crew 2. I use this a lot in the Crew 2 actually. Yeah, the 458 felt better through the section. This is not as wild as the 458 though. Feels more planted and predictable. That 458 was wild. I still can't believe we beat that Cento Daisy and the Jesco at the end there. Oof, what a race. I mean, nobody's gonna catch us. Doesn't matter what we're driving. I want to say it feels like it accelerates fast. Maybe its acceleration makes up for the top end it doesn't have. But on tracks like this, you don't really need that top end. You're not gonna really be hitting that high. I mean, is it really that bad? I guess not. It's pretty stable. This thing's ripping. Obviously it's MR, so throttle control through the corners. You don't want to go too crazy. Brakes work really well. I say this is a pretty damn good hypercar. I mean, nobody's caught us. If it was slow, yeah, somebody would have caught up by now. Home stretch, baby. Nobody back there. I've always liked the Ford GT. Alright. That's it. God damn, dude. I can stand behind the Ford GT. I get used to that. Not bad. Guys, dudes. Everybody's... Couple people put out the freaking Cento D. Say it's a meta car. Everybody uses it, and they always get their ass beat, dude. Every time. Look at them all. I don't care what you drive. You got beat by a freaking Ford. America.